Good morning, scholars, and welcome to your routine video for today. Today is Wednesday, and we are doing another number puzzle. So, before we get into the actual routine for today, about 50% of us, that means 1 out of 2 students, got yesterday's routine question wrong. So, I want to review that question before we get to the question for today. So, this was our question yesterday. It said, what fraction needs 5 equal parts to make one whole? Represents having 3 pieces and is greater than 1/2 of the whole. So everybody for the most part got this clue correct. They were like, "Oh, I know that in the denominator there's going to have to be a 5 because there are 5 equal parts in one whole." So friends knew that if they had a shape that maybe looked like this, and then they split it into fifths, we know 5 equal pieces in one whole are fifths. They knew it would look something like this. So what I'm doing right now is actually like a really great strategy for what y'all should be doing when you're doing some of these routine videos and to start us off. Like if you need to draw a picture, totally not a big deal. So a lot of us got this, but this second part right here was where a lot of people got tricked up. So we know that the fraction has to represent having 3 pieces. So a lot of you guys said that the fraction that represented this was 1/5. So you got the denominator correct, that there was 5 equal pieces in the whole, but then you got the numerator wrong. Why is this wrong? How many pieces do we actually have? Show me with your hand. Yeah, we have 3 pieces, right? It represents having 3 pieces. So this is why drawing a picture is super helpful, because then what you can do is you can shade in, okay, I have this piece, I have this piece. Sorry, it's hard to shade on this thing. And then I have this piece. So how much of my whole do I have? I know each of these are fifths, so if I count 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. So the correct answer to yesterday's routine was 3/5. A lot of us put 1/5 and got kind of tricked. We know that 3/5 is greater than 1/2 because if I were to split this shape into halves, into 2 equal pieces, I would probably split it like right here. And I know that 3/5 is greater than that because look at what when we shaded in, we shaded all the way to here, right? That's the final part of our third fifth. So we know that this is also true. 3/5 is greater than 1/2. So I think some of us were just getting tricked up. So for today's, I would like to make sure that you have your paper and pencil ready so that you can go ahead and draw a picture if you need to. Reminder that the equal parts that make up one whole is the denominator. It's the one that goes on the bottom. And the amount of pieces we actually have or that we care about is the numerator. It's the number that goes on top. Okay. So here is your actual routine or your actual riddle for today. Move it out over here so you can see it. So for this one, it needs 8 equal parts to make one whole. So draw your whole, make 8 equal parts. We have 4 pieces, and it is equivalent, which we know is a fancy mathematician word for equal to 1/2 of a whole. We're going to start talking about some equivalency stuff next week, so I just want to pepper that in for you. So it has 8 equal parts in one whole. We have 4 pieces. It's equivalent to 1/2 of a whole. Happy solving.